Good morning, good morning, good morning. Making sure everything is good to go. My YouTube is being weird, as usual. Okay, there we go. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm still a bit under the weather. It's been a bit better, but I can't even explain my symptoms this time around. It's super weird. But definitely feeling better than last week. I'll tell you that much. So okay. But yeah, what's up, everyone? Good morning. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Happy second week of December. Just preparing all my stuff. Okay, looks like we're trying to push right now. Let's see if we can close bullish first and foremost. Let's resistance here. So 50% held us down, came down back to the 1. Let's see if we can push back into 50% again. I'd be interested in something like that. We think this to be bullish. Do we have any other 5, 6, 4, 5, 6? He already swept yesterday's low. Okay. Let's lock into the rest of this stuff before I get distracted. Oops. Okay. Okay. We are coming down a bit here. Still have about a minute left on this candle. Let's look at the 1. So far holding above EMA. We do have these mini demands that were built on the 1, but we have a supply right here too. So yeah, let's see. Resistance right here. Probably right around here. Resistance. Oh yeah, right here. Literally 5 minutes supply, or yeah, supply. Tiny little one. Oh man, I don't have. Oops, wrong one. Let me save this. Do I not have one? No, I don't. Okay. So tiny little 5 minute supply that was created here. So we need a break of this. This is also resistance. So support, break over and retest for breakout higher. Otherwise lower. What else do we have on the lower side? What was this? This was another demand from before, which is broken. Also broken. This was a 15-minute from last week. 15-minute orb range thing. So yeah, we're just chilling. We're just chilling for now. Do I have any 15 supplies or demands up here? This one, but it's already been filled all the way, so Yeah, okay, so we did have a 5 minute close. So let's see if we can have some type of pushback into that 50% above. Will we get it? I don't know. But that would be a break, and then obviously if we get the break and then a retest. But something like that. Just a lot of volume pouring in. So yeah. The question is, are we going to hold it to actually get that push, you know? So let us see. If not, we can continue lower today, honestly. We could 100% continue lower. Where's our fib tool? Yeah, I got into 38.2 level. Okay, we're signed in. Let's see if we're going to create a continuation higher here, or like if this is our bounce zone or not. But so far, it's looking pretty. Uh, sorry, distracted. It's looking a little bearish right now. So let's see if we can have this reverse for this 1 hour demand right here. Okay, because it's our first, is that our first bounce into it? At least with market open, yes. With market open, yes. And we did close above 50% of it so far. So let's see if we can have a little bit more of a push. It might be too early of like a position for us. 653 actually. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. We already had the 15-minute supply play out. We have a 5-minute supply that's playing out. That's the thing. But we have a higher time frame demand zone below, so a little bit of a push would be nice. Although this could have been already the push here right at open, which has already been 20 minutes. So there is that to consider. About a minute left here on this candle. Minute 10. So let's see. It might create a supply here. Have a sharp enough rejection to come back down. Okay, so that's the 1. Do we have a 2? We don't have a 2. Go back into the 1 real quick. How big is this guy? It already came down to 38.2 at 559. 75. Oh, very slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, so it didn't really create that supply yet. It is creating a basing candle though. Still something to consider here. Yep. Still gotta wait for this. This could be the drop base drop. Or if we hold out of this demand again for another time. How's the one looking? The one on here too. Yep, I like that. Let's see. Let's see if this is, because we're still holding the EMA for the one. I think it's going to consolidate sideways just ever so slightly right now. So let's see if we can get that push off of this. For a push out of the demand zone once more alongside this 5-minute alongside the EMA. At least go into the rejection zone one more time. Let's see if we can have something like that. Otherwise, again, a flush lower. I don't see why not. On the higher time frame, yeah, if we could close around here, TBH, it would hold this trend line almost. It's a little bit of a break, right? But still have a higher low on the higher time frame. And then 50% would come all the way back into 730s, which would be like where we would want to see another move if we are going to try to go for all-time highs, like from here, consolidate, push higher, like a leg. So that's kind of what kind of looking at right now, but so far still a little bit sideways around what would be entry. So I think I'm going to just take a stab at it. Yeah. Let's see. The one, as long as we continue to hold pretty well here, could have a sweep lower into 80s possibly before we have a move higher. So 80s. Yeah. Where's the 5 again? It would be, yeah, 96, 89 is the halfway point. So it could always falter down into that part. But I want to see some strength holding above this demand zone if it is in fact bullish. Otherwise, continuation lower to break that. Okay, let me check out chat while we're just hanging out. Wait, let me turn on this thing real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, that's not right. Clear that. Okay, there we go. Cool. 2-minute chart. Yeah, it's just hanging around between both EMAs. One has been pulling its weight down. Okay, I didn't miss anything. All right. Hey guys, good morning. Sorry, I see the chat now. I decided that maybe I should just make this screen bigger here so that it just looks better, TBH, versus having the little live chat thing on the side. I think it looks better this way. So, yeah. But okay. Actually, let me prepare these two before I get distracted as well. Yep, we want to see this continue. See, push into that demand or that supply zone once more. That would be kind of nice. But also, oh, whoa. Do we have news or something? Did I miss that? I think I might have missed that part. Ooh, let me look on the calendar. Whoopsies. As me preparing all my stuff, this happens. It's crazy. News. Nope, that's not it. Calendar. That's what I want. Today is the 9th. 7 a.m. Oh, yeah, we had Jolt's job openings. Oh, wow. Red folder. Okay, guys, be careful. Be careful now. Yeah, still would want to see this kind of push though, at least into this supply up here, TBH. Yeah, that's what I would like to see happen here. So let's see if we can get it. Especially with this red folder news. That would be great to see us at least push through 55, which would be liquidity on the 1 hour. Could hesitate as we start to approach this, but that's kind of what I would like to see, at least 55. At least 55. Okay, so if we close bullish on this candle, that would give me a little bit more conviction for a nice push through this resistance because we have a 5 minute ugly, ugly demand. But I want to see a closure here, at least above this. Or I'm sorry, at least bullish. That would be idealistic. But if not, then it is what it is. Probably scale off one here anyways because we just pushed into the supply. So let's be mindful of that. Let's be mindful of that. Okay, 3 minutes left on this candle. Anything could happen here. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Okay, pushing into the supply again. Trying another one. Let's see if it pushes through. Trying another push. There we go. Give me that 1 hour 55 at least minimum. And then I want the rest off at 674. Okay, here's 55 approaching. Gorgeous. I like that. Give me 74. Don't be shy. That's also top of liquidity here at like almost 5 a.m. There's a liquidity there on the 5 minute. Oh, that is the same one. Sorry, that's 72.5, isn't it? Oh no, that's 74. Yeah. So let's see. Might have a rejection here, and then I want to see like it's probably a little bit of a pullback. Retest of that break of that range a little bit, and then take off again. That's exactly what I want to see happen here. A little bit of a pullback, and then take off. At least one more time into that level. Since we already broke resistance, supply, now it's a matter of can we sweep that 1 hour. The next 1 hour, I should say, because we took the 55 already. $76. Let's see. Can we hold this? Can we hold it? Bullish close, bullish close. Still have a minute left on this candle, so gotta be aware of that. Have a bullish close. Don't be shy. Okay, so far we did break through, but we are rejecting pretty heavily here. Pretty heavily here. It needs to find itself back up here. Otherwise, that's going to be that. Okay, heavy rejections. That's a bullish close right there, which I do like. I do like that bullish close. It already took over the whole 5 minute supply, so this is pretty much invalid. I just want to see this get, that's the retest. I wanted to see it break through one more time, if we could. This is also a 5 minute within the 5 minute off of a higher time frame too. So yeah, sweep of liquidity. Let's see if we get a retap back at 617. Otherwise, we already had that bullish closure. Here we go. We just need that continuation. Either way, we already secured some profits on that first push into supply, like I said, and then having a few trailed out as we were pushing through this support because I was scared of that rejection, like I was mentioning, as we were pulling back really, really heavily off that news candle. I wanted to see a retest though and a continuation higher, but we had the pullback and we closed below resistance. So that doesn't give me too much confidence now with what I'm looking for. So it's just a matter of, okay, like I think I'm just gonna have to leave my stop to get taken out. So stop's gonna be below here, like at 590 at this point, 595. If I get swept, then I get swept. But I would want to see my final runners push to final TP. So let's see if we can get that. Let us see if we can get that. But again, we had that rejection off of previous resistance, and I don't really like that. So yeah. But yeah, I want that. What is this? 73? 74. Honestly, dude, I don't even know. Yeah, 74 is the number. Sorry, my fault. Have another break of that. That'd be great. That would be great. If not, then, well, then that's that. Okay, the 1 minute chart. Still chilling. Still holding resistance here. Holding the EMA though pretty nicely. Still like hovering above it. You know what I mean? Like it's still kind of doing this thing, but I still want to see that. I need to see that. So we have about a minute and a half on this 5 minute candle. I think it's probably going to fake some people out first before we take that next leg higher. But we did have actually the closure is lower, right? I'm not tripping, right? Yeah, no, the closure is lower still. So there is that. There is that to think about. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yeah, we'll leave it at that 74 right there. Okay, cool. And then let's see. Can we have a bullish close above this guy? That's what I would like to see. A bullish close above the previous high. We had the sweep, but now we want a bullish closure above it. Anything can happen. Okay, here we go. We have about 10 seconds. No, we didn't close above. So we have a bearish candle closure. So I think I'm going to take that here. I'm just going to take it all off here. Nice, okay. And then let's see if we do end up having a bullish closure. Then I'll probably re-enter and then take the rest off there. This would be a much easier trade if there was no resistance in our way. But of course, we have resistance. Okay, I'll probably enter on these accounts instead. Sorry guys, I'm really locked in. I'm not looking at chat at all. I'm so locked in right now. I need this bullish closure, my guy. We need that break and retest. So we have the break, no retest. Well, we had a retest down here, right? Retest down here off of this guy, but that's a bearish closure off of this one. So I need a bullish. No, this is bullish actually. I'm tripping. That's a retracement. That's a retest of demand, a previous resistance, basically. You know. So I think now it's just a matter of not getting faked out. Don't get faked out. Yeah, I think maybe if we could take 74 first and then come down, take that Newsweek low later on, that would be cool. So, anything could happen. Anything could happen. About 2 minutes left, roughly. Is my phone not charging? Yeah, it is. Yep, there we go. Keep it pushing. Don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared and cute. You can keep it pushing. You know, we're not here to judge. We're here to just vibe out. You know what I mean? We're here to just vibe out. That's it. Where is 74 on this chart now? Let's see. Horizontal line. Boom. 72. This one. That's the one that we want right there. Is that the 1 hour? Yeah, it's the 4. Oh no, it's this one. 76 is the 4 a.m. 1 hour candle or 1 hour wick. That's the one we want, right? 76. Am I looking at the wrong chart here? Like, am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping or something. I think I might be tripping. Because, yeah, here's 76. Where is this candle? 1 hour. Oh, this is what I should do. Duh. Oh, it's this one. Okay, okay. Okay. Got it. Which lines up next to the 38.2 and between the 50% as well. So, let's see. Let's see. Have a bullish closure and close above this guy, would you? Like at 41s, 42s. Two seconds left. Bearish closure. I think it's building out a potential flag, but again, it could always reject here because this is where resistance was, right? So just literally got to be mindful of that. Anything can happen. Dun, 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 dun. So let's see. So I'm going to take this guy off because at this point, these are pretty much just liquidity plays. There's 76. Remove that. Okay, so that resistance is still holding us down. All right, I'm gonna check out chat while we're just waiting for our next play here. All right. Good first win of the day, though. I'll take that. Hey, Wendy, what's up? Good morning. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it always sucks losing accounts, you know what I mean? But it's part of the game. I did lock in a payout with TickTick. I'm just waiting for their dashboard to update. I think I have to submit a ticket, but that's a great way of kind of like bouncing back a bit here, still locking in payouts. So yeah, I'm still green on the month, thankfully, with those payouts. But it would have definitely been nice to have end of the year with a nice shebang on those Apex accounts. So, OX, my mic might be low. Okay, let me double check OBS. Okay, my volume's on full max, so hopefully it's just probably because I'm talking low. I'm still sick, so my throat is very, very dry, as well as my nose. So I'm doing my best to like speak through what I'm seeing on the chart and obviously my yap sessions. But yeah, I'm still sick, so I apologize if it's still low. It's just because saving my throat and saving my voice. So it looks like this flag is kind of like playing out similar to like this morning, right? We had this flag kind of move one, and this is our second one. But we need a bullish closure over at least like 41, 42 into the resistance, and then continuation off of the flag is what I would want to see. But we're still struggling, still closed bearish on the last two candles. And then we have no more red folder for today. Okay, so I'm liking this. I'm liking this thing here. However, we need, like I said, we need this to have a good close for continuation. That's the main thing, and a bullish close above 41, 42. That's what I want to see. But we keep rejecting right there. Keep rejecting. Excuse me. All right. Whew. Back to the chat. Oh, there's a nice rejection off of that resistance again. At least on the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute. Holding the EMA still. Okay, back to chat. Because I keep getting distracted. Hey, Banana, what's up? Did you have your smoothie this morning? Morning's been cool. I have my warm Snuggie on. So that's nice. That is nice indeed. Because it's cold. My house is so cold, dude. Especially during the winter. And I don't use the house heater, like the central heater, because that'd be too expensive. Actually, to be fair, I've never tested how much it costs, but yeah, I don't use it. So I use a tiny little portable heater because I like to think that it's not as pricey. But I don't know. Just trying to save where I can, not be crazy spending on heat like the electricity and utilities bill. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised that way too. I can't recall if I had AC growing up, like in the house that we had. Yeah, I don't ever remember using, I don't remember ever using like the heater or the AC, like very rarely. Another bearish close, I think it might be trying to build out this 5 minute flag to break out of this, at least to sweep this, but that's just because I want to see my setup play out. That's the only reason why. And we do have a 5 minute demand it's kind of ugly, right? It's kind of ugly, especially because this wick here, we did respect it the first time, as you can see. And then we have this 5 minute demand, which also is ugly because of the wick, but it's not respecting it right now. We keep kind of retracing and getting disrespected by the previous resistance. So it's just a matter of can we hold and break it? The 1 hour higher time frame demand is holding though. So, yeah, that's where my head is at. My back. Whew. So anyways. Oh, it was news, yeah. We all confirmed in the chat as well as Forex calendar. Um, Joey, news. Oh, okay, for sure, for sure. Hey, have a nice rest of your day off, though, my friend. Fyra, you alright after that loss? Yeah, I'm alright. It was definitely a, a punch in the throat the day of, and then the day after, I can still feel part of those emotions from that day. And it wasn't frustrating. That's not the word. I don't like I said in the video, I don't feel frustrated about it. I feel more just disappointed and sad about it. And I know, they're just accounts. I can make it back. Like it's not the end of the world, right? All these things that, um, right. But it still doesn't take away like all that time and like that energy and the hard work and like the consistency that I built over those days to get to that point. And that's the part where I feel just disappointed about. So, yeah, for sure the day of and the day after, I was still feeling the remnants of what happened. But coming to today, a couple days later, I definitely feel better about that particular situation. But I do feel still a bit sick. I was really hesitant to stream. I know I probably I don't sound that rough, which is hopefully what I sound like. Hopefully, I sound okay for you guys on the stream. But I definitely have been feeling like just under the weather. And then on Saturday, I actually got my flu shot and found out you're not supposed to get your flu shot when you're sick. I don't know the idea behind that. I think it's because they're already injecting you with inactive like flu components type of thing. So, got my flu shot. So I'm feeling a bit of that stuff, like the typical. It's more like a minor cold now at this point too, but it's like body aches. I had a bloody nose like randomly yesterday. And mind you, I'm like chugging a bunch of water and gargling salt, drink tea, um, taking a little bit of like meds, like painkillers, more like Tylenol to ibuprofen um, because of the like the body aches and then the fever, like the hot and cold feeling, and yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And then, sorry, super tired. I'm really tired, and my head's just been hurting too. Like just like little things, you know what I mean? Um, runny nose or like not runny nose, but congestion. A lot of congestion, like mucus as well, coughing. So it's been a mixture of things, but surprisingly enough, like it's bearable. So before when I normally get sick, and I get sick pretty often. I've talked about it on my channel. You guys know me at this point. But yeah, like I get sick pretty easily and pretty often. So nice. Can we hold this bullish candle in the next like 40 seconds? Don't fake anybody out here, okay? Don't fake anybody out here. You want to hold this. You want to hold it. Because then we know we would have a little bit more of a push. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we want. That's what we want to see here. Let's see. Um, but yeah, normally like when I get sick, which is very often, normally during this time too, like the winter time, I just get down bad. So safe to say it's not as worse as those, but like over the days, because it's been building. Oh, nice. Okay, so we have a bullish closure there off that little whatever this is called flag, and it's holding above that previous high, right? Which I like. So now I just want to see that continuation into that 74, if possible. Will we get it? I don't know, but that's what I would like to see happen. So, anyways, yeah, over like the last, because I started feeling sick, I'll say like a week and a half, but then last week last weekend when I saw my mom. My mom's still been coughing up a storm since she was sick prior to that. So I feel like because she's been holding, that leftover cough, I don't know if you want to call it like the habit of the cough, but essentially she's been holding that, and she was like coughing all over the place, as well as coughing all over, or when we had our couples massage together, she was coughing all up in the room, and or all in the room. So that in itself was also like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna get sick, or I'm gonna get sick. And then I saw her on my birthday, and then the weather's been crazy, and now this week it's hot. So it's just, yeah. So, anyways, I don't know why. I think I'm just trying to distract myself at this point from what's happening on the chart. So that's why I'm like, um, talking about this, basically. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, let's see this. Let's see if we can have this push break all the way to 74, or 70, 74. Otherwise, it'll be a nice fake out for us. Nice little fake out. Which would suck, obviously. We don't want that, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like price really just does not want to like go to that 74. Really just want to see it for like the sake of that satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Like just that satisfaction. There's a lot of liquidity being built up though. We have all these wicks here in the 5. So there's also that to consider. Struggling a little bit here, but just want to see that do its thing. You know what I mean? Let's see if we'll get it here in this next little moment. It's like all the cards are aligned here. It's just a matter of can like price just finally push into that target or not. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we're waiting for here. Can just price push into that target. Because it doesn't have to, you know? So here we go. We got that break of that previous resistance finally again. Now it's a matter of can we hold out of it with some strength here. I would like to see that personally. Like, personally, that would be great if we can have that. I think it's just going to fake a lot of people out along the way, though. That's the thing. And it's like preparing ourselves for that. Okay. Nice. Nice. There we go. Nice. I like this much better. Now, the main thing is, can we get that final squeeze all the way through, though? Don't know if we can. But price is still holding pretty well, so it's just price needs to keep holding. That's basically it. But if we end up coming down to be bearish a bit here, then that's not going to be good. We need to hold over this previous resistance area. But it doesn't look like it wants to. We're retesting it again, right? Calendar. Checking my emails. I'm really just trying to keep distracted here, y'all. Like, for real. I think we're going to get that 74, but it's just playing a lot of games. I think that's really what it is. So, yep. Okay, so let me close this out. Okay, close that out. All right, cool. Okay, that one. That one. Okay, cool. All right. We'll just leave that alone. This one. Okay. Cool. All right. Back to chat now. Back to chat. coming back up. Thank you, Farah. Appreciate you. Hopefully, we could do it again. Yeah, that'd be great. Universe. Can I request a payout for plain info? Which prop firm are you talking about, Universe? Because it depends on the prop firm. I'm not sure which one you're speaking on. Mm-mm-mm. License pain. Describe. How would I describe my strategy? Strategy: supply and demand and support and resistance. So to give it like this, support and resistance, just like the word says, it's quite literally that. So when price is trying to move higher into something, but there is a roof or a ceiling, that's resistance. It's going to try to hold it down. Support is like the base of your house, right? Like the ground that we step on, that's our support to keep price to continue to go higher. So when price comes down, it's gonna like bounce off of it. That's very simple terms. And then supply and demand, it's basically there's a zone of a bunch of orders that may have been left from the past unfilled, or just our limit orders are sitting there, normally left by like huge institutions, because since institutions are placing such large position sizes, not all of them are going to get filled right away, because if every single order got filled right away, and I'm talking like millions and millions and millions of orders, or even hundreds of thousands of orders for that matter, it would move the market, right? Pretty crazily. So, yeah, when you go into a zone, supply, same thing, kind of like resistance. It's almost like a quote unquote roof, if you will, but it can eat at it, right? So basically, when price goes into it, gonna look for some type of bearish price reaction to have a reversal lower. If it's the first, second, sometimes the third tap into that higher time frame level, and then the opposite idea for demand. It's the same thing, but just flip it, right? When you're looking for long opportunities versus the short opportunities. That's all. So yeah, I hope that explains, like, very simple layman terms, support and resistance and supply and demand for the strategies that I use. So yeah. Um, okay. Shmad Hussein, how do you gain confidence after account loss? It's been 10 minutes. 10 months. I'm into training. But discipline is always missing. I force myself for the dreams I want to achieve. That's a great question. So, to be honest, the best thing that I can say for regaining confidence, in my experience, is you just take the hit. Like, you're going to take a lot of hits as you trade. Like, I just lost some accounts here because of the intraday trailing. So, I just lost a few accounts from that move up and then that rejection down. So, like, it happens. It is what it is. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. And honestly, I don't care. I think you go through enough losses where, one, you get used to it, and it's not as like quote unquote painful. You just build skin for it. And then number two, because loss is inevitable, you start to, I think I already just said it. My mind is kind of foggy a little bit now. But you just start to build that thick skin around it. Like, does it get easier? Yeah, in some aspects. Like, obviously, if you're only losing one account here, one account there, eval especially. But if you're losing like multitudes of accounts, like how I did, some people can like brush it off. However they do that, they do that, and then other people take a little bit more time. Um, but basically, you just get used to that, and then you also just learn how to give yourself some grace as you're going through all these things. It's easy to like feel crappy and to stay in that crappy mode for a long time and feel sour. That's just the easy path. And the part where you start to grow, I think, as a trader and gain more like confidence is when you still decide to show up for yourself. I think I'm hoping that this is making sense. Because it sounds kind of silly when I say that, but you traders out there know what I'm saying. So, yeah, like when you just still show up for yourself, and you know that it's part of the game and you accept it, you embrace it, you start to kind of trick your mind into thinking like this is normal, then at that point I think you start to really start to build a bit more confidence each time you lose an account or you lose a trade. Also, back testing helps. Forward testing, obviously, like in the live markets right now, like as prices in real time, real live time moving, great way to kind of, participate. Okay, nice. Come on. Let's see 74 already, dude. I just want to be out of this position here. I just really want to be out of these positions. Like, it's not that hard to ask for. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that hard to ask for. It's really not that hard to ask for. Yep, yep. There you go. Let's take off 3 here at this sweep of liquidity. Keep the other 3. Okay, nice. I'll take that. That's a win to me. Keep the other 3. Oops. Sorry guys. As soon as price moves is when I'm like, okay, gotta check that out real quick. Make sure I'm moving, taking off partials as we are sweeping this liquidity. But anyways, yeah, I hope that let me actually get ready to scale some off here. Let me take off 4 right here. 4 there. Okay. Don't hesitate here. Like, that's not what I'm asking for. You know what? Let's remove all these. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Okay. Oh wow, so we have literally equal highs there. So let's see this continuation flag breakout. Like, don't act all shy now. You know you want to just squeeze all the way to 74. This is the break in the retest right here. This is literally the retest right here. So let's see if we can get that final move. That would be the 7 a.m. candle, news candle as well. That would be the top wick here at 69, almost 70. So just acting a bit shy. Just acting a bit shy here. There we go. Beautiful. One final sweep here. Watch it pull back right now. Beautiful. Okay, I'm done with these accounts. Thank God. Thank goodness. Okay, nice. I like that. Sorry guys, bear with me just a moment. Okay, I just passed my top step accounts, which that's awesome. Possum. Oh, I need to actually do this account. Finally. Like, that took forever. Literally forever. I wonder. Let me do M and Q just to get my final little tickle here. Dang, sad. I lost my other Apex accounts before we can get to 74 because I was just aggressive with them. But it's what it is. Let's push into 90 real quick, yeah? Oh wait, no, actually into 81 is cool. Oh, it didn't take me out. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that has passed. Okay, we got a green day on these accounts. I like that. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Let me do this 100K account now. Let me set up another trade long. This had a nice pullback, retest it. 0.75, so maybe a sweep right above it. Maybe we'll have another retest of that breakout right here around like 60s Yeah, like 60s before we get the final push into 90s, like high 60s. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Appreciate y'all. Just a little bit locked in here. So close to passing this 100K account. Okay, there's the 70s. There's 70s playing out. I like that. Are we gonna get that 60s play? Based on how price has been moving, you know what I mean? Like this like all these wicks. Dude, the rejection, the sweep lower is gonna go crazy. Let me tell you, that sweep lower is gonna go crazy. Yeah, that sweep lower is going to go bonkers, dude. Like no cap. Yeah, no, honestly, we're just gonna have to chill on this 100K because yeah, this is kind of going bonkers. So I'm just like staring at price right now on my Top Step X accounts just because I'm like, dude, just crazy. Yeah, there it goes. Let's see if it's gonna sweep all these. I mean, we took the candle high, so we don't. That's the thing. It's like I want to see this retest right here to see if we're gonna hold this. Otherwise, if we're gonna just continue lower and sweep all this, that'd be unfortunate. Okay, needs to hold this now. We have about less than 2 minutes left, so let's see if we can have a good bullish closure back up like around here. I'd be interested. Otherwise, that sweep down low is gonna go crazy. Okay, we'll just let it be. All right, back to the chat skis. Boom Banana, how is your mom's birthday? It was cool. It was really fun. We were able to get a spot. We went to Cheesecake Factory. Why you gotta find with me at cheesecake? I'd love to go there. You know what Drake said? And no, it was cool. It was really nice being able to spend time with my family and have some pretty good food. I got me a little steak with some fries. So that was nice, and being able to just see like my mom telling us, and also just see it on her face. But she was just very happy over the last year and a half there. I won't go into personal details, of course, about my family like that, but we were going through some things, and it caused a little bit of distance and friction between some of the family. So, for us to all be together this time of the year for like not only holidays, because we spent time during Thanksgiving, but also for my mom's birthday, she was so, so happy. And she texted us at the end of the night after like everything was over. She was just basically saying like, I love you guys, like thank you, this is the best birthday ever, being able to spend time and whatnot. So it was really sweet. Can we get this closure above here at 55? Nope, we did not. So yeah, she was definitely very, very happy, and that's all I can ask for. So yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for asking. Um, we pushed to 79.5. Yeah, so we pushed into 50% as well as 38.2 with a nice rejection on the 15. Last 7 minutes. Yeah, so this 5 minute candle, 7:45 open. Yeah, so we had a drop. So we're holding this resistance level so far. Can we get a nice push through this guy? Am I willing to trade it on my one? I think I'll just do a little one. Even if I get stopped, that's fine. Yep, there we go. Nice. Okay. Getting that much closer to passing these accounts. I like that. The only problem is I don't know if it's risky going for that 5-minute play still. It was a late entry, but I'm just gonna scale this off here. I should have probably left it on so you guys can see like the idea that I had in mind here, which was this one. Nice tap back into it. Oops. So this is like where my final target would be, at least around like 90s basically. So if we could push into 90, I think that would be really solid. Will we get there? I don't know, but I'm going for it. So let's see if we can get it. I might just add another one into this if we can get this good closure, but if not, then yeah, because we had this move up here, so we got about what, 79, 16 points on this so far, roughly 15 points. I'm gonna move stops to break even right here at 63. I'm good. I think I'd rather take a break even trade. Up about 10 points on this one. Probably take it for the 10 points. I think that'd be safe. Yeah. That's a safe exit, right? Yeah, we'll take it. Okay. Take that off. 10 points. 63. Yeah, 10 points. Right above our previous trade. If we could close bullish over this, I'll probably just add in another guy here or something, you know? Otherwise, just gonna have to chill and then wait. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have Drake in my head now. Why you gotta fight with me, a cheesecake? You know I love to go there. Something, something, something. I can't take you nowhere. I wonder if I could take a little. I wonder if I should take an aggressive micro scalp right here. Don't know if it's worth. Yeah, based on the 2-minute, it's literally double top right now. It is a double top. So, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would love, love, love to see a bit of more momentum, but obviously price is going to do whatever it wants. Okay? Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. Whoa. Okay, so that's a bullish closure. Let's see if we can have a bottom wick created, then I'm gonna scalp one. Scalp one into 90. Go for 10 points. Off of 7-7. Okay, let's see. Oh, I made a little too much. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, so this is a struggle. Now it's just a matter of I gotta lose $91, guys. I gotta lose $91 because I made a little bit too much. So I think it's gonna go potentially up. So I'm gonna go short. Just gonna lose in commissions alone. Okay, nice. There we go. Okay, 3,007. I just need to lose $5. Oh, okay. 3,003. Let me try losing a little bit more. Okay, okay. All good. Guys, look how crazy. I literally scalped the crap out of this MNQ for commissions. Check this out. I scalped the crap out of MNQ. So we did it. Yay. Okay, so I was able to pass a few counts. Don't mind my blown ones down here. But thankfully with that big move to the upside, oh, let me lose a little bit here. I don't want that consistency to mess up my thing. Okay, cool. So, yeah, oh, this one too. Sorry guys. This looks crazy. Maybe I should have done this off stream on the side here, but okay. Okay, this I think this is fine. Let me try one more. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. So yeah, we were able to pass these top step accounts because of initially it was mainly this trade that gave me the most bang for my buck. This one, I did it on the 100K. Like I scalped it off of here, this black line. Took it for about 10 points. Like I said, I told you when it goes bullish and goes above this, I'm going for it. I wanted that bottom wick when this, oh wait, backtrack. I'm looking at two different trades. When we had this bullish, this black line here, I wanted to see a bullish momentum through it, which we had. So I entered, we pushed up about 15, 16 points, and then we were kind of stalling around previous one-to-one target. So I took it off for 10 points, but mind you, I was pretty aggressive still with that position because I'm aggressive with evals. That's just me personally. And then when this candle opened up, I wanted to see that bottom wick, but I was seeing that it was a potential straight move to 90 because 90s, it's for me, I noticed from whenever I trade, 90s is a great target, and that's where it's like 88 at lowest all the way to like 93 at most, like that 5 point range. Pretty solid kind of little place to take profit for me personally. So as soon as we had this bullish closure, I'm like, oh dude, I want that bottom wick, but because 90s our target, it's all aligned pretty well. So took the stab off of that 73, 74, and then took it up to about 82. So what is that, like 8 points with the stop right below where the bottom wick would be, and then also for a potential re-entry if we did dip lower to get back to the black line and go up higher. So very quick scalp on that one. But able to lock it in and pass all these accounts today. So coming into tomorrow, that's going to be exciting. Or I think even today I could probably upgrade them if they end up, if the dashboard updates. So we'll see. But yeah, that's exciting because I had an Express account yesterday that I ended up losing, and it was so sad because I shouldn't have traded. The time that I was trading was like way later in the day, and it just made no sense for me to trade, and I just kept trading when I said I wasn't going to because I wanted to just take a nap to rest, but I kept trading. So I digress. Yeah, that's it. So this is nice. This is a nice win for today, especially because I lost some accounts earlier with that intraday trailing, the rejection pool. Very sad, but are not very sad. Very crappy to have lost those, but either way, able to pass these, so I'll take that. So I'm gonna close this, leave this up on the screen. I just want to see that final TP hit at like that 90, if we could get there. Will we get there? I don't know, but I would like to see it happen. So yeah, why you gotta fight with me at cheesecake? You know I love to go there. So there's that 88, 88, 89 that I was talking about. I think that's a full TP. Yeah, That's a full TP right there. So awesome, possum. Whoever held this long trade, good for you. That woman was definitely a tester, and because of all the wicks and all the ugliness, but it worked out. Then the second trade, main idea was this one, which also ended up working out, but ended up taking profits very early for each one for this one because I just wanted to be done with my top steps. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today as far as like trades go. Again, I hope you guys were able to lock in some profits there, get some monies, get some moolah. So sweep of 90. I want to see if we do have a rejection and create this bottom wick. Did we create a bottom wick? A very small bottom wick here at 72. But either way, it's chill. Um, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let's finish up on the chat section here, and then we'll call it. Let's see. Pretty good trades. The first one, very much a test of your patience. Very much a test of your patience. Second one was you know what? They were all a test of patience today. They were really a test of patience today. So, is there anything else? Let's look at the 15. No, not necessarily. We already snagged that 92. So at this point, I'm not really seeing anything else. Can we pull 700? Maybe. 700 would be a good resistance level as well because of all of this. Just try to, there. Something like this. Let me actually just draw it out instead. So like right here. So it would be interesting to see if we can have some type of rejection around here. Otherwise, on the 15, this is a higher low. So maybe we can sweep it, actually 712 and higher. Maybe even 730. Because 730 is at 50% of this whole drop. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 712 is 50% of the whole drop. So, anything can happen here. Will it happen now? I'm not sure. But, yeah. So let's see. Let's see if this 90s rejection is actually going to hold and we get a sweep to 60. But if not, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Whew. All right, let me check out chat for real. Getting distracted by the charts. Just reading or watching how everything is. Yeah. You know how it goes, guys. You know how it goes. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Okay. All right. License, paint huffer. Do you have any vids explain your strat? I don't have any like long form vids posted on my channel, but these live streams, I've talked about the what I'm looking for very like many times. So I would hope that that would be okay to use. But yeah, just check out the live streams, all the past live streams. I talk about it there. I've also posted about it on my YouTube community tab, like the written stuff, but there's not like any specific video that you can go to. I think actually there's a live stream video. There is a live stream video on my channel. I titled it like supply and demand strategy, or I titled it something about my strategy. So feel free to take a look at that because it should be there. Like that will explain very in short. I think it's like a 40-minute video. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Throat's it's having a little bit of a moment right now. Okay. Anyways, oh, that hurts. Mm. Good morning, Bennu. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. The Swags family, thank you so much. Things will get better. I appreciate you for that. Appreciate you for that. Okay. Sorry, reading stuff on the side too. Mm. Make money online. I hope that one day I can make a crap ton of money to be like Elon Musk. That would be so sick. Dude, could take care of all the people. Literally. Could literally take care of all the people. That's the goal. Get to that point to be able to take care of all the people. Okay. Fall Illustrator, hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday. How was my day? It's been cool. It's been cool. It's a bit sleepy now, but yeah, it's been cool. We're able to was able to take some wins, get some wins, and then also some losses with losing the accounts, especially for intraday. So that sucks, but so far it's been cool. Can't complain too much here. Mm. Ziali, Tradeify's issues, Tradeify's Abby payout issues. I'm not sure what your any payout issues. Sorry, I saw your typo message you put in there. No, there's no payout issues at all. So fast, so fast. Like it's not even a joke. Tradeify is quick. Tradeify and Lucid are like so fast. Lucid, I got paid within like a few minutes. And then Tradeify, because there was an issue on Rise's end, that's why it took me the full 24 hours. Um, but even then, like for everyone else that has gotten paid from Tradeify, it's been so fast. And I'm like, dude, that's insanity. Especially because they paid out over 100 million in payouts too, is crazy, and still maintaining very fast speeds. So yeah, no issues with Tradeify at all. Hey, what's up, Honor? Good to see you, my friend. Happy Tuesday. Hey, hello. I think that's a Russian name, and I can't pronounce it, so I apologize. Hey, Donna. Happy Tuesday. It's good to see you. Kirk, my friend, Kirk Townsend, the one and only. What's up, my guy? Can't hear what you said. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's hard to speak a little loud because my throat hurts. I'm gonna probably end the stream very soon too because of that. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. Eban caught alive. Yay, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I'm glad you're able to make it in. Tristan, any more good trades for today or am I late? I don't know when you entered, just because I'm barely catch up on the chat, but hopefully you entered around at least this trade. Did face some drawdown as you can see, but we were able to like still. Oh, that's not a one to one. Oh, so that was wrong. Okay, There, well, either way, 90 was the target. So, um, hopefully you're able to catch that trade. But from what I'm seeing right now, I can't predict the future, right? But if this does in fact hold for our resistance, then maybe we can have a lower high here built in, kind of like this, a lower high built in for rejection lower back into this 1 hour demand, because this demand has been tested one, two, three times already. Um, so if you do want to see continuation lower, I want to see a break of this 1 hour. But otherwise, if we do have continuation higher, hold this break, retest, and continue higher too. So it's kind of where we're at. Otherwise, yeah, like rejection lower for all this liquidity, or a push higher into past that resistance zone. Um, yeah. Also, I took this trade last night in my trade day accounts. That's why you see this here. So I was able to lock in my trade yesterday with trade day. So I placed the trade around like 540, around like 90. I think it was like 92 or 89, one of the two numbers. And then I just held the trade all the way to the bottom. So then I didn't have to trade my trade day accounts today. So that was kind of nice. But held it for a long time, as you can see. So from like 5:40 till 10, like 4.5 hours. Oh, my stomach is growling. 4.5 hours of holding that trade. But yeah, you know what? Secured it, and that's what matters. So yeah. So yeah, Tristan, I'm sorry that you came a bit late. But yeah, I already took my trades for the day. And I'm gonna call it on my accounts probably here. Mm, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Kanbui, look at silver. Look at silver. What is silver? How do I look at silver? Silver. I'm assuming it's US, right? Oh, whoa. I like that. Heck yeah, silver. Is this all-time highs? Oh, wow. Yeah, silver is at an all-time high ripper, dude. People that own silver are going to be cashing out. Let's go. So from yesterday, we had some resistance around like 58s. Now we're blasting to 60s. Crazy work. Nice, that's crazy. Oh, whoa. Why does my screen look all glitched out? I don't know why. It does that. Don't know why. Low Trust 101 for the win nice. Yeah, dude, seriously. Like going for 101s is I don't think a bad thing. Like, yeah, obviously there's like that whole chart that tells you if you're a 1-to-1 trader, you have to have at least 60% to be profitable, which thankfully, I'm at 60%, like above 60% on average, which is great. But the thing about 1-to-1 too is at least my setups, they're not all the same. So like this is 32 points, this is 57 points. So it always changes, right? My loss can be bigger or my wins can be bigger just depending on the setup and also if I'm using minis to micros. But 1-to-1s is great. I don't I think you should always use what works best for you. And then I know some people that do negative risk to reward. There's some people that only do 1-to-3s. Just do whatever fits your strategy and whatever fits your psychology. So yeah, for the win for sure. Down Earth took the two W's with you paper trading. Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Congrats. For those that just popped in, I'm just going to go ahead and recap the trades that I took because I noticed we had a little bit of a spike of viewers here. Just to explain it one more time. So, an hour and a half into this stream, this is where you can come to understand why I took the trade. So, higher time frame, we have a 1 hour demand that was right here. We already had a nice wick push into the 38.2 as well as the 50%. So this was the 38.2 tap. And then this morning, we had the tap into the 50%. Or, no, we didn't. I thought we did. So I'm wrong. But either way, we had a tap into 38.2. Strong bounce out of it. Then I dropped down into the 15-minute time frame first to see if there's anything for us to use. There's nothing in particular. We swept previous day's low, which is something to indicate for a sweep and also in a higher time frame bounce. Now we go into the 5 and look for opportunity of a setup. So for me, we had this initial move right here. Right here at 6:30, we had a bearish closing candle. Then right after that, with the sweep of previous day low, we had a nice move back up, bullish momentum. Ugly demand, but nonetheless consider a demand, especially within a higher time frame demand. So from here, waiting for a retap back into the demand as well as a bullish closure, which is exactly what happens here. We face a lot of wickiness, but the trade idea stays the same, 1-to-1. So the idea in itself, even if the entry is bad, the idea always stays the same. So it's going to be at the closure, start off the entry. The stop loss would be below the previous or the demand that you're tapping into and closing bullish out of, and then targeting a 1-to-1. You can also sometimes see price go from a 1-to-1 all the way to a 1.5, like 1.4 to 1.5. So in this case, we got the full 1.5, right? But also 1.4 is a safe area of exit, which if you take a look here, is right below 700 too. So anyways, that was the first idea. Literally just three demands, two demands. That's two demands. Higher time frame demand, lower time frame demand, and a sweep of previous day's low. So yeah, the next trade is here. So at least the main trades, right? For the strategy, we have a bull flag that was finally created on the 5, and then we had a break of the previous resistance now becoming support. So break, and there's a closure above, now we're retesting it, and I like that. So with the demand strategy, we have a little bearish candle. It's ugly, but it works nonetheless, especially combined with the bull flag and combined with previous support and resistance. It's all combined. So we have a candle tap back into it with a bullish closure. So same thing, the setup will always stay the same. The setup would be at the start of the bullish candle that tapped into the zone. Stop will be whatever is the lower wick of the zone. So the zone is this black little candle as well as this bullish candle. Stop will be whatever is lower. So it's not this one, it's this one. So from here now, okay, move my TP up to a 1-to-1, which lines up around 90. So even though this says 89.25, like I said on stream a few minutes ago, or however long ago it was, 90 for me in my experience on the chart is a great area. So even if it's 89.25, sometimes I like to kind of, depending on price action and the kind of momentum we have in the time of day, I'll go anywhere between 88 up to 93. So that 5-point range. So if I'm willing to put a little bit more of points to, capture a little bit more, which in this case 90 was to 1.02. It's not much, it's not that different. I'll put it there. But a perfect 1-to-1 is here at 89.25 or 89.5, whatever this number is. So those are the two main setups of the supply and demands and strategy, as well as combining a little bit of simple support and resistance. That's it. That's all I do. If you want me to look a little bit more into support and resistance, I was talking about the EMA earlier in the beginning of stream. Super chop fest, or not chop fest, super wick fest. And even with the wick fest, we're still holding steadily above the EMA. So this EMA that I have, I don't know what this one is. This one's the 25, but I also use the 50. I have the 50 and the 25 listed on my my top one and top step accounts, or top step accounts, I'm sorry. So with that being said, right, the support and resistance, we're holding above EMA. For support and resistance, I would want to see a break over wherever that resistance is, or a break under whatever the support is. Ideally, a retest of that SNR zone. But if not, if it's like good momentum play and we can see volume really kind of rolling in, then I would just kind of enter on the break. Just really depends. Again, like today was super wick fest, so taking it before the break was a little bit more riskier, knowing that price wanted to continue to kind of test every single candle body, right? But either way, like holding the EMAs, this was the previous resistance right here. So resistance or support, right? Then it became resistance right here. So because of that, I wanted to see a break of it and then a slight retest. So it aligns well with the supply and demand, but also if you just look only at support and resistance, it would be long position. So we have the push right into it. This is the retest. So then I'd want to see a break of this area. So it kind of is around the same thing, but stops would be a little bit more tighter, right? Kind of like right here. Oh my gosh, this magnet's on, that's why. Okay, it would go right underneath this 1 minute demand and then target a 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. So break, we had that break. This is the retest, right? We're kind of holding it. I'm like, okay, like for support and resistance strategy only, it's holding, nice, retest, bullish candle closure. Let's take it on the next sweep of momentum higher, which we have here in the 1 minute, pushing off the EMA as well. So that's the support and resistance strategy, my supply and demand zone strategy. Separate and also combined. And that's it. Obviously, I draw some funky little trend lines on the chart. I do use the fib levels. I like fib levels. If you haven't used it before, I think it's a great way to kind of add more confluence on your chart. And at the same time, it's so simple. I just like to take the highs and the lows, mark it up. 50% is right around here. Earlier in the beginning of the stream, I said I wanted to see a bounce and a push into 50% of that previous range. Exactly what happened so far, because that's all I want to see. So that's why I took long buys too. But yeah, so 17 minutes of talking about my strategies as well as my trades for the day. I hope that helps everyone out there that's just joined or that's been curious about like what I look for and what I'm doing for my strategies. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry again, Mikey. I don't know why it zooms into my screen for the thing. I have no idea why. Okay. Mm. Logical trader took out regular trading hours NQ liquidity at 696.25. Yeah. Now we retrace back into the range to go back again to London high at 712.5. Hey, dude, that'd be sick if we can get that. That's exactly like a good play off of what I was thinking for that resistance here. So right here, right? Have a little bit of a retracement into like that 60s if we could. Maybe one more tap on the trend line or something, and then a final push into 712. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what's with my OBS, y'all. Like, for real. No idea. It did that to the live chat before so many times, and I don't know why. Like, I have everything locked on my OBS too. Vamos. Vamos Alcaraz Tennis. That's cool. I like your name. New here. Hey, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. You do ICT. No, I do not do ICT. I do support and resistance and supply and demand. Maury, thank you so much for the compliment. Beyond Tomorrow, first time. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. License Paint Huffer. Do you use indicators? I do have indicators on the board. So I have this one right here. This one shows me the liquidity for the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So you can see 1 hour, 4 hour, the width of the line itself. So the 4 hour, oh shoot, what am I doing? Go to the 5. This is a 4 hour because it's a thick, bold line. And then the 1 hour are the thin ones. So this is a 1 hour. So it just marks out for me literally the liquidity of the 1 and 4 hour wicks, and that's it. Just because I'm too lazy to do it myself. And then the other one is EMA. I think I should change this to a double EMA. I don't know do they have that? Double EMA. Oh my gosh, they do. Let me do that. Let me remove this. Double EMA. Yeah. Okay. Dude, guys, this is clutchery. Are you for real? Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I got excited. Put that back. Okay, I put my regular EMA back, guys. Okay, so yeah, those are my two indicators. I have the free version of TradingView. That's why it literally pops up on my screen for the Cyber Monday deal, and I didn't buy the plan. But at the same time, I don't really need it because the data that I get is all free from my personal live, or I can get the free data off of like prop firms to connect it to TradingView, so I don't need that. And then secondly, I mean, I would have loved to have three indicators, which would have been the two EMAs and then the liquidity, and then maybe the session breaks. So I'll have I would have loved to have four indicators, but eh, I don't need it. So technically, I don't really need a paid plan. The other final third thing I would have loved to have is like a split of the chart, maybe like a side by side, but it's fine. I mean, here I can look at like I can easily kind of like segue through the charts anyways, and I'm executing on Trade so it's which has my other time frame, so it's fine. Um, hey Andy, happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Maury with the cowboy. That's funny. Um, Jack. Yeah, I don't really talk about numbers too much on my channel. I feel like it's weird. It's like so the best way I can explain it, the reason why I don't like to talk about that stuff in particular, I don't sell a course, I don't sell a signal service, I don't sell anything, right? Like if people choose to use my codes, love that, super grateful, and I make that known, and I do my best to try to do giveaways and stuff, and I think it's very sweet. But at the end of the day, I don't sell anything. So the point of me being on social media was really to just document my channel. I've had many business offers sent to me via email. I've had people asking like if I want to scale my social media brand as well as like scaling my outreach so then I can get more numbers and more viewers and more subscribers and more this, that, and the other, right? And then with more of that stuff, obviously, like there's more money involved and then there's more exposure. So there's a lot of there was a lot of opportunities for like me to take those chances and try to build this into even more of a money like incoming thing. And so I'm grateful for how it's changed my life so far, but the point of my social media stays the same. It was to document, right? And also make informational videos for myself and then for people out there, whether it's about psychology or about like prop firms and that, this, that, and the other. So, going back to the root question of why don't I share like numbers in particular, the only times I share numbers is obviously when I'm losing accounts or like when I've lost accounts or even trades. And then when I take a payout because it's a milestone for me or it's like a friendly reminder to my future self or for those out there that feel like you can't make it in trading when 3 years ago I could not take a payout to save my life. So all that to say in like wrapped up in a bow is I started this thing to kind of document my journey, and it's not to like document how much money I'm making from trading in specific and to share it to the world. There was this famous interview where this older gentleman was asked like how much money do you have and how much money do you make per day, not per month but per day. You could easily do the math from there, and the guy was saying like, well, it's enough for me, and like that, and then he explained the story from his mom. I think it was his mom, or maybe someone else in the comments said it, but someone was saying that there's also a little bit of like to kind of like hold yourself. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but like you're able to kind of have a little bit of respect for yourself and not to have to share every like not respect, but like kind of just hold yourself up a little bit where um you don't have to like share a dollar amount to gain respect and you don't have to share a dollar amount to show that you're successful. All you need to know at the end of the day for yourself is if it's enough, right? And for me, what I've made from trading is it's been enough. I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again right now too. Transparently, I am still red on my entire journey. I am still red, and that's included like options and crypto and penny stocks. So yeah, I'm still red. I'd like to think I'm closer to the green now, but I haven't like sat down to look at those numbers. But what I do know is I have taken payouts this year. I am right under six figures in payouts this year. I'm so close. Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, if I do multiple account, if I got the Apex, I would have been way over my six figures in payouts for the year, but I'm not. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not the lower end of the five figure payouts. I'm at the higher end of the five figure payouts, right below six figures. So I hope that can help. But on my entire trading journey since like 2020, I am still red. So yeah, I hope that answers your question enough without having to like go into all the finite details of my personal finances. In the future, when I make it big, which I've said also on my channel, when I make it big, and I know I'm gonna make it big, I'm gonna remember all the OG people for sure. That's the first thing. The second thing is, um, I want to be able to like host. Why does my screen do that? It is so annoying. OBS is like not working with me here today. Hello? Why you gotta do that to me? Sorry, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. Um, Let me just. Oh, it's still doing it. Bro. Okay, there we go. Oh. Oh, it's because I moved to the other screen. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just pop this out so I can read it on this screen then. Okay, happy? Happy OBS? You gonna work with me here now? Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. I got it figured out. So yeah, remember the OGs. Second one is I want to create free financial workshops. Like a bigger purpose in my life is to be able to help people that um, are struggling with like financial literacy and like education, because I grew up not knowing a single thing about it until like my early 20s. Like right when I turned around like yeah, like 20 pretty much like 21, 22 is when I finally like had my toes dip more into like financial education. And that's because my jobs at the time were asking about 401k and health insurance and blah blah blah. So, and I didn't know anything about taxes. So anyways, back to my main purpose. I like a bigger purpose of helping people in that way. So I would love to host like free educational workshops for people around the world and have like a whole team that helps me with that. Another thing too is um, I want to be able to um, obviously with my trading like provide like a free thing for trading. The streaming stuff I'm doing right now is a great way to document, a great way to engage, and a great way to kind of in a way still build like my social media business, because I'm having that exposure, right? Patrick Wheelan is a great example. Bro's been doing it for like what, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and he's like one of the largest followed trading channels. So, and he's been streaming for a long time. So, like that shows that this could obviously lead to something bigger. Um, but I don't only want to do just this. I would like to do more things with trading, like whether it's like a free like class where we all like meet in person, and then maybe I can like have enough money to like fly people out and take care of their hotel or resort or something, like like stuff like that. I want to get so big where I can do really cool things like that one day. And that's just like the quote unquote, not really quote, but the free side of things, because that's how much money I want to make. um I don't know why I'm getting into all of this. I'm losing my train of thought. But anyways, yeah, yeah. So the money so far, back to Jack's question, how much have I withdrawn? The money's been good this year. A little bit more than last year, actually, which is cool. A little bit more than last, about like I think like 6,000 more than last year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the money's been really cool. So hopefully can continue to get that grind up higher. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Candidly, EMA cross should work if you're looking for two. Oh, EMA cross. I have to look that up. And then someone else said the multi EMA. Okay, let me try that. Multi EMA. Oh, what's this? Ooh. OMG. I think this is the one. Let me favorite it. Let me remove some of these other ones. I don't use that. Don't use a double. This is the whatever that is. I was fucking around with that before. Okay, cool. So let's remove this guy. Let's try it out. Oh, my fault, my fault. Oh my gosh, who gave me the heads up on this one? Bro, literally, um, Toro Trading, appreciate you. Appreciate you, my friend. And also, candidly, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Let me do this right now. 25, 50, 0, 0, 0, 0. OMG. And then we'll do red on this one. Where is it? Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I have to like put stuff here. I don't know. We'll just do something like that. I don't know. Okay, okay, sweet. So I have to have stuff here, but I can take off the plot. Yo. Okay, that's game changer. That is game changer. Let me make that like that color. Oh, that's why. I was like, bro, why is it not? Okay. So which ones are they? It's the 25 and then 50. So 25 is blue, 25 is blue, 50 is red. Okay. Normally you can tell also because of the distance from the candles, but dude, heck yeah. Heck freaking yeah. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that tip on there. Al Crab, hey, I'm here. Hey, welcome and happy Tuesday. Three-letter trader, happy Tuesday. Thank you, Knowledge Hub, evolved and still evolving. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Appreciate you for that comment. Hopefully we can evolve more going into 2026, and hopefully next year I can hit six figures in payouts. That would be cool, right? That would be cool. Vink, how many PAs I have, unable to scale from 2 to 3 and lose them. I don't have any PAs. I do not have any. I have lost them all. All of my Apex PAs are gone, if that's what you mean. My Apex ones. As far as get to payout, and with skill, I get payout from 2 to 3 and lose them many. Honestly, Vink, I would say if you're consistently taking payouts from 2 to 3 accounts already. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my throat is dry. You get a cough drop. Um, I'd say if you're consistently taking payouts from 2 to 3 accounts, just continue to like, continue down that path, maybe with one firm. If you're doing that with one firm, 2 to 3 accounts, and then maybe on another firm where they have, and you're well, actually, because then you would have more accounts. Okay, I would say, I would say stick to your 2 to 3 accounts. Take those consistent payouts, right? Get yourself paid out pretty well, and then just do one account extra. Like I think that's the best way to explain it. I don't really know how else to say like to scale accounts besides just doing one at a time extra. So go from, let's say you're doing 3 right now, do 4. First take out as many payouts as you can consistently from your 3 accounts, and then especially on this next leg around, let's say you take a payout for this leg and you take a $5,000 payout. Okay, cool. You have extra money from the house. Put that towards one more account. Now you'll have 4. Even if you lose the total 4 accounts, you still got paid out, even minus like that extra little expense of that fourth account. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of like rinse through that cycle, not because you're trying to like sim farm or like sim cycle or try to like, cheat the rules or whatever, but more so that you can still expose yourself little by little. So 3 accounts, get your payout like you say you are, get a fourth one, try to get it to a payout. Obviously, trade the way that you're supposed to trade, and then take your payout on that fourth one if you can, and then get another account, then do 5 so that you're slowly scaling versus like, oh, I have 3, let me get 10, let me get 30, let me get 50. You know what I'm saying? Because that would help like your mental and your emotional as well as your financial. So that's what I would say. Just my own 2 cents. Oh, I forgot to trade my funded futures accounts. Kyle, sorry for your Apex accounts. What's up, Kyle? It's good to see you again. Struggling with overtrading too, waiting for the market to calm down. Dude, yeah, that's a great game plan. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with taking a minor little hiatus to work on personal things as well as allowing price to kind of figure itself out. I hope that everything is going well with you, and make sure you give yourself some grace, Kyle. But all right, I think I pretty much catched up on chat. Um, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before I end up closing out stream? I know it's gonna probably zoom into my other screen here, and I'm sorry. Oh, never mind, it didn't. Okay, cool. Nice. It did not. I thought it did. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Whew. Let me go to my email. Nice, my refunds came back. Oh, right, guys. If you didn't know, just to throw it out there on the internet, Alpha Futures does have their BOGO and plus 10% off the 50K standard account. But just keep in mind if you do, actually, it's 50% off of all of the 50K accounts. So the standard, the advanced, and the zero, it's a BOGO. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm lying. Okay, okay. Scratch that. Scratch that. It's 10% off the standard, advanced, and zero accounts, but then the BOGO is for the 50K standard. But please keep in mind that the activation fee does apply for the advanced and the standard. Okay, try to make that as clear as possible because I don't want people to get just tripped up with the buy one get one and then don't see that. So yeah, that is going on right now. For the whole month of December, trade day is 40% off and no activation fee. So pretty cool. Nice. Price is going into that 60. Let's see if we can get it all the way to like maybe 70 actually. That'd be a good rejection right here. 70 to 60. I mean 70 to 60. High of day to 60. That'd be kind of cool. All right, check the rest of my emails. Just waiting for any more comments to roll in here. And then there is this account that I did trade today as well. Where is it? 21. Not too bad, not too bad. Scaled in and out of this one for 21. So there is that 70. There is that 70 sweep. We had like a little minor gap as well as like no wick. So that little minor gap right here. So nice little 70 pull. And let's see if there's a full retap into 60 or not. Because also 60 is where other EMA is our 50 EMA, not our 25, our 50. So it would be kind of nice to see that kind of happen. Yeah. Okay. Final chats here. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate you. I'm gonna avoid that comment. Sorry, boosting. Just gonna skip that one. J Rich trades. I like how you're asking how many trades did she do already. You can ask me. Like I'm right here. You know what I mean? No, but I already took my main trades. It's these two. So yeah, that's it though. that's it for me today, guys. I just wanted to let like the last few minutes go by to see if anyone had anything else they wanted to talk about or comment about. But all done for today. Lost some Apex accounts, passed some Top Step accounts, and some green on my other funded accounts. And that's about it. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to start up. Also, green on a few funded or eval accounts too. But I don't know if I'm going to start anything else in the meantime. So, yeah, guys, thank you guys seriously so much for coming in today. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, I wish you guys nothing but the best and the most success in all that you do. And I will see you all in the next stream on Thursday, if my voice is better, or on the next video. Peace, guys. Mm-mm-mm.